My opinion and my statements don't reflect anyone else's but my own. I don't speak for general consensus. I don't speak for Occupy Tampa. I speak strictly as an individual. But I mean, all I'm working towards at this point that I feel comfortable discussing on camera is I want to create a system, not a system, I want to create a space that allows people to interact in a way where no one feels marginalized and no one feels ignored.
The Occupy Tampa is basically a reflection of what happened in New York. So Occupy Tampa, obviously, and a lot of people here are here for different reasons. I particularly like Federal Reserve ended, private bank poses to federal. You have the emblems and everything, but nothing that they do is legal according to our Constitution. So that's what I personally like to see done. But everybody here, I've seen many different ideas, many different aspects.
How long have you been out here?
I have been out here for I came out, my first day was the 6th, the first big march that we had out here. I read about it the night before. I just saw this guy on New York. I hadn't heard anything about it because I'd given up on mainstream media a long time ago.
And I think that's a fundamental thing that the state as it exists now is missing and needs to be addressed. That not everyone's interested in being represented, especially in regards to social interactions and social dynamics and economic interactions and economic dynamics, that there are groups of people that can exert power and exert influence in a way that is unfair over other people, and to address that on a fundamental level.
But fundamentally, we know something's wrong with the country. Economically, obviously, the wars. There's so many things that need to be done. And so we're here protesting, exercising our First Amendment.
And one of my friends posted a video of this guy talking about the Federal Reserve and how they took their place by just privacy and secrecy and, really completely going behind the American people's backs. And I watched it and I was like, oh my God, this guy is saying things that I've been screaming about for years. What are all these people doing listening to this guy? And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, Occupy Wall Street? Oh my God. And we have Occupy Tampa. So I showed up, and when you get in here and you really realize what is going on, it's amazing. It is amazing. This is community. I've never met people like this. Everybody down here is just incredible. This guy, Scott, works his butt off. He's one of the guys that got arrested the other day. He just reached his limit, they've got all these laws in place to control the homeless, and so they're using the laws that they've made for the vagrants against us. And admittedly, if I'd have been awake and paying attention and at every city council meeting and getting my friends to go to every city council meeting, it would not have gotten to this point. But now it is a crime to be homeless. And the more, once you're in the system and they recognize you, everywhere you go, you're just harassed, humiliated. You're not allowed to use the bathroom anywhere. It's amazing. You're not allowed to sleep anywhere. They get 8 hours. They're allowed to sleep like we're allowed to sleep on the sidewalk from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So if you have your stuff out, 10 o'clock, lay it down. 6 o'clock, somebody's waking you up, for sure, no matter where you are. It's scary.